Hey guys, my name's EthGoesBOOM and welcome to my video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be looking at and analyzing the cutscenes from the Sister Location Custom Night update. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there's so many interesting things in these cutscenes, which reveals a lot about the story of Five Nights at Freddy's. But just before we look at the cutscenes, I want to point out that Scott has confirmed these cutscenes are canon. So that means that they are in fact important to the story, and they did happen in the story of Five Nights at Freddy's. So for those of you who don't know, these cutscenes are awarded when you beat each of the custom night modes on very hard difficulty. Now, most of these cutscenes are done in the style of the Atari minigame format that Scott loves so much and that we've seen in FNAF 2, FNAF 3, and FNAF 4, and they show us what happened to the player character of Sister Location after he was scooped, merged with Ennard, and became Purple Guy. So we're going to look at the first group of cutscenes, which are the minigame ones. I'm going to talk about those, and then we're going to check out the special final cutscene. But this is going to be a very spoiler-heavy video, guys, so if you don't want to see these cutscenes yet, either go and play Sister Location Custom Night yourself, or go watch some other YouTubers' videos where they play it, or wait for my Custom Night videos, because I'm going to be releasing Custom Night videos all the week this week, because I've beaten all the modes on very hard so far, except for Golden Freddy mode. I don't even know if I'm going to attempt Golden Freddy mode, but yeah, consider this your spoiler warning for the people that haven't seen the cutscenes yet. So let's play these cutscenes before Bubba shows up and kicks my butt. Let's do it!
won't die. You 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 won't die.
So yeah, those cutscenes are pretty interesting, huh? So they basically show what happens to the player after they get scooped at night 5. So Ennard goes into his body and he starts out relatively normal, you know, hey, I'm just a normal human, and he seems to have a lot of friends in his community, right? But over time, his body starts to decay, his skin becomes a bit of a browny green color, and then it goes purple, and he even starts walking like a zombie. People in his community start to fear him. You can see the looks on their faces. Some of them are hiding behind their houses. That's how creepy they think he is. And then one day his body just stops. It's had enough. Like, his body has gone through so much abuse, it just can't take it anymore. He starts to retch and he throws up Ennard. He throws up Ennard right into the sewer and just collapses. And so Purple Guy lays there for a while, and this is where things get interesting. You hear Baby's voice repeat over and over, "You won't die. You won't die." Now, we can assume this is Purple Guy remembering in his head what Baby told him. He can't die, and he won't die because of what's happened to him. He's basically, there's no turning back at this point, you know? And Baby proved to be correct. Even though Ennard was puked out of his body, Purple Guy just gets right back up again. He's still alive. It doesn't show any sign of dying anytime soon. But another interesting thing about this minigame is after Purple Guy gets up again, you can see all of Ennard's eyes in the sewer. Ennard is also still alive, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, these cutscenes are pretty self-explanatory. Basically just shows the player character's transformation into Purple Guy, and gives you a bit of an insight as to what happened to him after Sister Location. But this last cutscene is the most interesting one. Let's check it out, shall we? Alright.
Father, it's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be. They were all there. They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you. And I found her. I put her back together, just like you asked me to. She's free now. But something is wrong with me. I should be dead. But I'm not. I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
Whoa! That was a really awesome cutscene now, wasn't it? So, that reveals quite a few things to us now, doesn't it? So, let's go through that cutscene again, but let's go through the lines one by one, and I'm going to give you guys my analysis as to what I think these lines mean specifically, because they are a little bit cryptic, but I think if we apply some logic to it, it makes sense. Alright, let's go through it, shall we?
Father, it's me, Michael.
So after watching this cutscene for the first time, we learn that the person talking right now is Purple Guy after he became Springtrap. So the fact that he says, "Father, it's me, Michael," this confirms that Purple Guy and Springtrap are none other than Mike Schmidt. And I always knew this, like so many people told me that we're playing as William Afton, but I always said that we're playing as Mike Schmidt. And now that has been confirmed to be true, and honestly, I could not be more happy about that. But yes, that confirms that we played as Mike Schmidt, and also that he's the Purple Guy and Springtrap.
I did it. I found it.
Now, Mike says here that his father told him to go out and do something and to find something for a specific reason. Now, in my opinion, what it is Circus Baby's Rentals. That's what Mike is talking about when he says, "I did it. I found it. I found Circus Baby's Rentals after all this time. I found it, Father." In my opinion, that's what he's talking about.
It was right where you said it would be.
Now, this line is very interesting indeed. It shows that Mike's father has a lot of knowledge about the establishment of Circus Baby's rentals, and most likely also had a lot of knowledge about Circus Baby's Pizza World, since he is the one that told Mike where it is.
They were all there.
Now, when Mike says they were all there, I think what he's referring to is the Funtime animatronics.
They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you.
Now, this line is very interesting indeed. Mike says that the Funtime animatronics didn't recognize him at first. Who else says something similar to that?
I don't recognize you. You are new.
That's right, Baby. She literally did not recognize him when she first saw him. Some people thought maybe she was lying and pretending, but this seems to imply that Baby seriously did not know who he was at first. This also shows that at some point in the game, the Funtime animatronics didn't even know that Mike was Mike. They thought he was his father, which again shows that the father also has some kind of connection with these animatronics and the establishment itself.
And I found her.
Now, what was Mike's ultimate goal in Sister Location? To once again be with the girl that was killed by Baby. And he found her, except now she is Baby. When he says, I found her, he's talking about Baby, but more specifically the girl in Baby, the girl that possessed her. Now, some people might have the opinion that the girl didn't possess Baby, but I have actually a good theory behind that. You guys know how in the secret minigame in Sister Location, Baby has blue eyes, but in the main game she has green eyes. Do you know who else has green eyes? The girl that Baby killed. So my theory is that Baby's green eyes are supposed to represent the fact that that girl has now possessed her. That's why her eyes changed color, and also why you can hear her voice in the private room section of the fake ending.
I put her back together, just like you asked me to.
Ah, so Mike's father has the knowledge to put things back together, and he told Mike how to do so he could go and do that to the girl that possessed Baby. Very interesting indeed. We're going to look at that a bit more later.
She's free now.
So this basically means that the girl that possessed Baby has now passed on into the afterlife. Her wish was fulfilled, and now she can be at peace. You guys remember how in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, the whole goal to getting the good ending is to satisfy the souls of the children and make them be at peace? Well, in my opinion, what Baby's wish was to go outside, to go back into the real world, and when Mike helped her make that happen, he fulfilled her wish, and she was able to pass on into the afterlife. She's free now. She was put back together. She's gone now, and she's at peace.
But something is wrong with me. I should be dead, but I'm not.
Like we talked about before, Purple Guy or Mike is now stuck with this curse of not being able to die. But who's to say that the reason why he can't die is because he also has a wish that he needs to fulfill? We'll get more onto that later.
I've been living in shadows.
This is simple. Mike had to lay low because of all the murders that he committed, which was most likely caused by the bad programming inside the Sister Location animatronics, which influenced his mind to do those things. And heck, who knows, he might have had to change his identity a few times.
There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
Remember when I said before that Springtrap or Mike or Purple Guy or whatever you want to call him may have some kind of wish that is keeping him from dying? Well, he's got one last thing to do. Find his father. That's his final wish. Once he does that, he might finally be able to die. And in my opinion, this is also the setup for the next Five Nights at Freddy's game. Not a lot of people know this, but Scott actually made a post on Steam a while ago, and if I can actually find it, I'll put it on the screen right now, where he said that if Sister Location does well, he would love to make another game, and once again make it about Springtrap if he can make the story work. Well, it seems like he's made the story work now, hasn't it? This also confirms that Springtrap did not die at the end of Five Nights at Freddy's 3. He did survive the fire, as once again, he cannot die. Okay guys, now that we've listened to all the lines in that final cutscene, I'm going to go through some of my theories and ideas that I've come up with as a result of this. Now, I'm going to drop a big one on you guys, and a lot of you guys are going to disagree with me, but this is my theory. Mike Schmidt and William Afton are the same person. Now, The reason why I say this is because if you listen to the very first cutscene in Sister Location and this very final cutscene, Mike and William have identical voices. Here, I'll put a comparison. I'll put a little bit of the very first cutscene and then a bit of the last cutscene. You guys compare the two voices and decide for yourself if they sound exactly the same.
She can dance. She can sing. She's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips. They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you.
See? What do you guys think? Now, in Five Nights at Freddy's The Silver Eyes, we learn that William Afton regularly uses fake names. I think the one he uses in the book is Dave. Now, it's completely possible that William Afton needed to come up with a new identity, aka Mike Schmidt, in order to cover up something bad that he did in the past. It's possible that before he was Purple Guy, he was still a bad person. I mean, heck, it's been confirmed that William Afton is the one who designed the animatronics, or at least the Funtime animatronics, and they have been proven to be specifically designed to kill children, as we see in the secret blueprints. Now, this is my theory of the story of William Afton, or at least the pieces of the story that we get from these cutscenes. Alright. William Afton used to be an employee at Circus Baby's Pizza World, and he was the one that designed Circus Baby and the other Funtime animatronics. He specifically designed them to kill children, but why he did that I don't exactly know yet. So, William Afton had a daughter, the little girl that we hear talking in between all the nights of the game. He wouldn't let her go near the animatronics because he knew that if she got too close, they would kill her. But of course, she didn't listen to her father, she got too close and she got killed by Baby. And because of this, Circus Baby's Pizza World got shut down. However, the murder was covered up as Circus Baby's Pizza World being shut down due to gas leaks, which was not true. It was because of the murder. And Circus Baby's Pizza World wasn't open for very long because, as Baby recalls, she was only on stage once. Now, sometime after this, the Funtime animatronics were taken to Circus Baby's Rentals and Entertainment. However, Mike didn't exactly know where the animatronics had gone, and he had to ask his father. Now, why his father? Well, in my opinion, his father was the one that owned Circus Baby's Pizza World, and also Fredbear's. And I also believe that William's father died at some point. But if that's the case, then how was William able to talk to him? Well, I'll get to that in a sec. So, in between the events of Circus Baby's Pizza World getting shut down and the events of Sister Location, William Afton changes his name to Mike Schmidt, or he completely changes his identity, or he just uses that name as an alias. And then, he goes to apply for a job at Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals once his father tells him where his daughter is and where the establishment is. And then after that, the events of Sister Location take place. Mike goes to Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals, finds his daughter, and goes along with her plan. But now let's take a deeper look at Mike Schmidt's life and in fact his family. Now, who is Mike Schmidt's father? Now, I'm going to drop a big bombshell on you guys right now as to who I think his father is. Mike Schmidt's father is the Fredbear plushie. I know. Now, why do I say this exactly? Well, Mike goes to Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals to find his daughter and put her back together. Who has said a similar thing in the previous games? Fredbear plushie in FNAF 4. I will put you back together. Now, who does he say this to? He says this to the child from FNAF 4. This shows that if this is true, the Fredbear plushie has some kind of connection with both Mike and this child. So that means that this child is William Afton, aka Mike Schmidt's son, as well as the bully brother. They are both his sons, and the baby girl is his daughter, which is why in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, in their house, there is a female bedroom. That's Baby's bedroom. So this makes complete sense for Mike's father to be the Fredbear plushie because his father told him to put Baby back together and how to do it. The only character that we've seen in the series so far that said anything about putting things back together is the Fredbear plushie. So the Fredbear plushie, aka Mike's father, must have told him how to do so, where the establishment is, and where to find Baby. Now, the house that we see in the FNAF 4 minigames, I believe that was originally Mike's father's house. house, and he grew up in that house. Then when his father died, he owned the house, and he raised his children there. Oh, and also after the father died, he possessed his grandson's Fredbear plushie, and decided to watch over him because he was being tormented by his brother. This also makes sense because there is no way Mike Schmidt's father would still be alive by the time of Five Nights at Freddy's 3. The only way he would still be around is if he died and possessed some kind of character or animatronic, just like the children did. So yeah, guys, that's my general idea of who William Afton is, or who Mike Schmidt is after seeing these cutscenes. William Afton and Mike Schmidt are the same person. Their father is the Fredbear plushie, and they are going to go find him in the next Five Nights at Freddy's game. There's also one thing left for me to do. I'm going to find you. His father is the last family member that he needs to make peace with. He needs to find where his father's been all these years and basically make peace with him or do something to him. I don't really know what he wants to do, but he at least wants to find his father. His father is the Fredbear plushie, the two boys from FNAF 4 are his sons, and the baby girl is his daughter. That is my outlook. Now, a lot of people on Twitter were telling me that they think William Afton or Mike Schmidt is the brother from FNAF 4, the bully brother, and no, that can't be true. The reason being, because in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, you see Purple Guy working at Fredbear's, so obviously the brother was there at the same time, so they can't be the same person, you know. So yeah, guys, that was the cutscenes for the custom Knights of Sister location, and my ideas and theories that I came up with after seeing them. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below, do you agree with me? Do you guys have different opinions? Do you guys have completely different ideas? If you do, I want to hear them. And yeah, this whole thing has got me super hyped. And yeah, guys, like I said before, throughout all of this week, I'm going to be releasing custom night videos. I've already got some planned. There's going to be a Yendo plays, an Electrobad plays, Ballora plays, Freddy plays, Foxy plays, all that kind of stuff. And you guys are going to be seeing that over the next week or so, along with some other special things. Oh, and guys, before I go, I really want to plug my Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus profiles. Links are in the description if you want to follow and like them. And if you do, I would really appreciate that, because I've never really promoted them on the channel before. Alright guys, so please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe to the channel if it helps me out. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Hey, go back into your hidey hole thing. I don't know what that is, but you should go back to it.
That creepy hospital. Ah! Oh my god! Holy crap on a stick!